McDonald's once put a slice of grilled pineapple and cheese on a bun, called it a burger, and bet that America would choose it over fish. America chose fish. That forgotten sandwich was the Hula Burger, and its spectacular defeat in 1962 helped create the Filet-O-Fish. More than 6 decades later, McDonald's is still using temporary foods to test cravings, chase trends, create nostalgia, and occasionally confuse everyone. The latest example is the limited-time Caesar snack wrap announced for July 2026. Between those two wraps of history lies a menu graveyard filled with pork shaped like ribs, salads designed for cup holders, celebrity orders, purple shakes, and one burger that arrived in its own two-room apartment. This is not simply a list of discontinued food. It is the story of how McDonald's learned that a menu item does not have to live forever to matter. The experiment began in Cincinnati. Franchisee Lou Groen had a problem. His restaurant served a heavily Catholic neighborhood, and business dropped on Fridays when many customers avoided meat. Groen proposed a breaded whitefish sandwich. Ray Kroc disliked the idea and offered his own meatless invention instead, the Hula Burger, a grilled pineapple slice with cheese on a bun. Kroc and Groen agreed to test both sandwiches on a Friday. According to McDonald's own history, the score was brutal. The Hula Burger sold 6. The fish sandwich sold 350. Kroc lost a side bet, and Groen's creation eventually became the Filet-O-Fish, the first addition to McDonald's original menu in 1965. The lesson was bigger than pineapple versus fish. A local problem could inspire a national product, but the customer got the final vote. That same pattern, identify a craving, build something strange, then watch the register, would repeat for decades. In 1981, the McRib arrived. It looked like a small rack of ribs, although it was made from formed, boneless pork, then covered with barbecue sauce, pickles, and onions. It did not settle into ordinary permanence. Instead, it vanished and returned so many times that its scarcity became part of its identity. Fans learned to watch for sightings. A sandwich became a seasonal event. That was a powerful discovery. When a food is always available, ordering it can wait. When it might disappear next week, lunch suddenly feels urgent. The McRib turned limited time only from a warning into a marketing engine. Then came the McDLT in the mid-1980s, a cheeseburger built around temperature. Its hot patty and bottom bun sat on one side of a large double compartment. The lettuce, tomato, sauce, cheese, and top bun waited on the cool side. The customer combined them at the table, keeping, as the famous slogan promised, the hot side hot and the cool side cool. The idea was easy to explain and satisfying to demonstrate. Unfortunately, the oversized polystyrene container became increasingly hard to defend as public concern about packaging waste grew. The McDLT disappeared by the early 1990s. It was a reminder that a menu item is not just flavor. It is packaging, kitchen space, assembly time, cost, and cleanup. McPizza pushed that operational problem even further. McDonald's tested pizza in the late 1980s and expanded it in the 1990s, trying to capture dinner traffic. But pizza wanted different equipment and more patience than a restaurant system built for speed. Special ovens took space, and the wait could feel eternal beside a burger and fries. McPizza survived in a few unusual locations for years, but it never became the next Big Mac. The 1990s also produced the McSalad Deluxe, a lower-fat burger built for an era newly obsessed with dietary fat. It used a very lean beef patty whose texture was helped by a seaweed-derived additive. The science worked better than the sales pitch. Customers did not necessarily visit McDonald's to perform nutritional homework, and the burger was discontinued. In 1996, McDonald's tried sophistication instead. The Arch Deluxe was aimed directly at adults, with a potato roll, peppered bacon, lettuce, tomato, and a mustard mayonnaise sauce. McDonald's reportedly spent around $200 million advertising the deluxe line. The campaign famously suggested children would not appreciate its grown-up taste. That positioning created a strange problem. McDonald's was spending a fortune telling part of its family audience that this burger was not for them, while the upscale adults it wanted were not convinced that McDonald's had become a fine dining destination. The Arch Deluxe became shorthand for a costly product launch that could not change what people believed about the brand. Not every temporary item needed a whole new sandwich. In 1998, McDonald's offered Szechuan dipping sauce as a promotion for Disney's animated movie Mulan. It disappeared, as movie tie-ins usually do. Then, an unexpected reference in the television series Rick and Morty turned the forgotten sauce into an internet obsession nearly 2 decades later. McDonald's brought it back for a one-day promotion in 2017, but demand overwhelmed the tiny supply at many locations. Crowds formed, sauce ran out, and disappointment became national news. The company apologized and staged a much larger return in 2018. The sauce proved that nostalgia could revive even a condiment, but it also showed the risk of creating more hype than inventory can satisfy. In 2000, McSalad Shakers tried to make salad fit fast food life. Greens, toppings, and dressing came in a tall, clear cup. Add the dressing, close the lid, and shake. The container fit a car cup holder, which was either brilliant convenience or a very American way to rethink lettuce. The line lasted only until 2003, but its portable design still feels surprisingly modern. The original U.S. snack wrap, introduced in 2006, was more successful and more complicated. Chicken, lettuce, cheese, and sauce folded into a tortilla sounded simple, yet making many variations slowed kitchens. McDonald's removed it nationally in 2016, but customers kept asking for it. Some even continued trying to order it at drive-thrus years later. Mighty Wings showed what happens when a short promotion misses its forecast. McDonald's launched the bone-in wings nationally in 2013. They were spicy, relatively expensive, and sold during intense competition in the chicken market. When the promotion ended, reports said the company still had roughly 10 million pounds of unsold wings. Limited time can reduce risk, but limited does not help if the freezer is full. By the 2020s, temporary menus had become entertainment. The Travis Scott meal in 2020 mostly rearranged familiar ingredients into the rapper's preferred order. The BTS meal in 2021 took the celebrity strategy global across nearly 50 markets and brought Cajun and sweet chili sauces inspired by McDonald's South Korea. The food shared the stage with packaging, merchandise, fandom, and social media. In 2022, limited edition adult Happy Meals paired ordinary menu choices with collectible cactus plant flea market figures. In 2023, the Purple Grimace Shake escaped its birthday promotion and became the center of a bizarre viral video trend. People filmed cheerful tastings that suddenly ended like scenes from a purple horror movie. McDonald's did not need to write the joke. The audience turned the product into a story. Then nostalgia completed a full loop. In July 2025, the snack wrap returned to U.S. restaurants after 9 years away. McDonald's simplified the operation. One McCrispy strip, fried rather than a choice of fried or grilled, with ranch or spicy sauce. The return was presented as permanent, proving that a discontinued food can spend years becoming more valuable in memory. And in July 2026, that permanent comeback gained a temporary relative. McDonald's announced the limited-time Caesar snack wrap, sometimes casually called a chicken Caesar wrap. It combines a crispier panko-coated McCrispy strip with shredded lettuce, shredded cheese, and a creamy Caesar sauce in a tortilla. McDonald's listed it at 390 calories, 17 grams of protein, and a nationally advertised price of $2.99 at participating U.S. restaurants starting July 21st. It sounds much less bizarre than pineapple pretending to be a hamburger, but it represents the same basic experiment. Take a familiar customer problem or craving, build a new combination, limit the commitment, and count the orders. The failures were not always useless. The Hula Burger helped reveal the demand for fish. The McDLT exposed the cost of clever packaging. McPizza demonstrated that kitchen speed can defeat menu ambition. The Arch Deluxe showed that advertising cannot force a brand into a new identity. Szechuan Sauce taught McDonald's to respect internet demand. The snack wrap proved that operational simplicity can matter as much as fan affection. And the hits were not always permanent. The McRib's disappearing act made it famous. Celebrity meals turned ordinary ingredients into cultural events. Grimace showed that customers now create the campaign with you, whether or not anyone in the boardroom understands the resulting memes. For McDonald's, the temporary menu is a laboratory with a drive-through window. Every odd burger, sauce, wing, shake, and wrap tests more than taste. It tests price, speed, nostalgia, identity, and the strange power of telling people they are running out of time. So when the Caesar snack wrap disappears, will it be forgotten like the Hula Burger? Or will absence turn it into the next thing fans spend years demanding back?